Hello everybody and welcome to Be a Better Game Master. If you haven't been able to tell already, I'm using a different kind of camera, I'm using a different kind of microphone, which is on the camera, I'm using a different type of everything. This is completely new. I'm using a GoPro Hero 3 Plus, something like that, to record this video that I've wanted to get out to you for a while now. Basically, what I've been doing is I've been doing some forced creativity. I've been forcing myself to be creative during the day. I schedule it, maybe an hour or half an hour. However long you have, I recommend you do that. You sit down for 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, however long that you are able to set aside during your day to sit down and be creative on purpose. Now, the way I do that is I use this. This right here is my creativity briefcase. This is an actual briefcase that I used when I was a stiff that was walking around in a suit and tie for a while. And I finally put it to a good creative use. And by the end of this video, I want you to be inspired to make your own creativity briefcase or creativity purse, creativity bag, creativity box, whatever. So without further ado, let's dig in here. Open up and you already see a lot of things. I'm going to move this forward a little bit so you can see everything. And I'm just going to start going through some of these things. The first thing are these books. These are ultra inspirational books. This is The Emotion Thesaurus by Angela Ackerman and Becca Puglisi. They both also made the Positive Trait Thesaurus and the Negative Trait Thesaurus. Anybody who listens to Roll Up and Die, or anybody who checks out Be a Better Game Master on Facebook knows that I love these books. They are excellent resources. I do not plug a lot of things, but if I do plug it, it means I really, really like it. Basically, the Emotion Thesaurus, I can look up any emotion, such as, we'll say, envy. Okay, I have envy here, and it gives me physical signals. Like staring, glowering, the mouth turning down, lips parting slightly. These are all things that someone who's feeling envy might do, all physical features they might exhibit. That right there for me is awesome, a great way to show instead of telling in a role-playing game. So we have one for emotions, one for positive traits, and one for negative traits. Really excellent for making NPCs. Now, I will set these out of the briefcase. And speaking of NPCs, next thing up is my journal. I have a journal that I got in Belize in 2012, and I decided that this was going to be my creative journal. There's not much in it, right, because I just got started. But recently I made an NPC named Britt Golden. He's out of Hallow Hall, or was from Hallow Hall before it was destroyed in the Trenches of Hallow Hall game in my homebrew world of Enkea. But basically I have this that I can write things in. Here, if I'm interested in mapping or drawing or anything, I have all of my pens and pencils. Here's my Micron pens. These are not actually Microns, these are nanoliners. Still very good. I have a red, blue, green, and a black one somewhere. But basically I will keep the pens in here. Usually I actually have 2 pens in this pen holder here, but I don't have them in right now. So, because I wasn't prepared for the video. So I have my pens, all the things if I want to draw maps. I also have this little journal, which I really like for quick sketches of maps and things like that. I keep that inside my other journal. Next is this Surface Pro, basically a laptop. I keep a lot of my stuff organized on Google Hangouts, not Google Hangouts, sorry, Google Drive, and so I can immediately upload something to a place where it's backed up. So yeah, definitely love that. I also usually keep the power cable in this pocket. Here's my Boba Fett, because you really never know when you're going to need that, you know. Set of dice, always important. Oops, excuse me. For gaming, these dice I got from PAX. I had 2 sets. I sent one to Matt Click. This one is mine for my creativity hour or half hour. Also, I have a voice recorder. I actually recommend these for everybody. Every human being should carry around a voice recorder such as this. This is a pretty good one. You don't need one like this. You can just use your phone if you want. This is a Tascam DR05, and I use this for all the podcasts that I do on this channel. But that's in there. If I'm ever at a Starbucks and someone's like, hey, what are you doing? I like to tell people what we do at Absolute Tabletop, and therefore I have Absolute Tabletop business cards here. And they all have a roll table on the back, which is kind of neat. I thought that was a cool idea. So, yeah, I meet a lot of people who are interested in gaming, and they see me working with this briefcase at a coffee shop. This is a ruler. This is basically a straight edge. This is what I use to draw straight lines in the journals. All my power cables are in here for the journal. For my Surface. I have these are awesome little Post-it note dividers. I can take one of these out, right? And I can, let's take one out for you. I'll show you how it works. Take that out. Open up the Emotion Thesaurus. Let's say I want to remember disgust, right? So I'm going to put that here, and there it is at the top of the Emotion Thesaurus. I love using dividers, and especially in role-playing game books, and that's next. I'll open this up. Also, I have some other stuff I'm going to show you here pretty soon that's going to have some Winds of Cersaline. I think it's session 10 spoilers on it, so but they're not too bad. But basically, this is Onslaught at Arda 1. It's an Age of Rebellion game that I've wanted to run for a long time, and basically, I always keep one role-playing game book that I want to read inside this this case. That way, I can always have like a role-playing game. If I'm not feeling super creative, I can read something that I've already bought and make the money I spent for it worth it. In here, I have little mapping hex grids. I cannot remember the website I got these at. Squarehex.co.uk. That's where I got them. They're little tablets with a hex on it, with a lot of little hexes and some notes area. I love these. I especially love, and you know what, let's remove the Winds of Cersaline spoiler as a factor. I'm actually going to take that off to show you what a blank one of these sheets looks like. Oop, bumped you again. It's basically a big version of what I just showed you. It's a huge tablet. It's got a square grid here, not hexes. 3 small spots for notes. I do a lot of brainstorming up here. These are also very good for, like, if you want a beginning, middle, and end of your game, you can write those here. And 2 large sidebars for me to put notes on while I'm prepping. Next thing I have, actually this I believe might be the last thing, is index cards. These are really important for prep, also for games like Microscope or Fate. Always important to have on you, and I just keep them kind of hung over here. So I pack it up by like so, and slowly put everything back in. And I keep it like this all the time. Now the back of my voice recorder fell off earlier, so I got to put it back on. But basically, I keep it ready to go. I keep it always in the same spot, always ready to go. Whew, man, I'm going to break this new camera that I'm using. And the reason I do that is because you never know when creativity is going to strike. Drop the ruler on the floor. Oh my gosh, this is such a mess, you know. But I appreciate you guys bearing with me, hanging in there through this video, because I think it's important. The reason I think it's important to have something like this always prepared is that when it's time, it makes it so much easier for there to be a time. That's what I mean to say. It makes it so much easier for there to be a creativity hour that you're doing, or a creativity 15 minutes or 30 minutes. It's so easy for me to just crack open this briefcase with my Boba Fett and my dice and my games and my notes and everything and work on it a little bit every single day. So I highly recommend that you do something like this, with a laptop case. That's usually probably the best. A little with a shoulder strap, maybe easy to carry to a Starbucks. A backpack is cool. I use this briefcase because I just didn't want to buy something new, and I wanted to put this thing to a use that I really enjoyed. So I hope this all helps. This is probably going to be a beginning of a series about stuff that I use. And the next one that I want to do is this table that you're looking at right now is a Geek Chic Vizier, and I want to show it to you guys because I absolutely love it. I love Geek Chic. I love a lot of their products, especially their very inexpensive ones or their lower price ones, are always very good. Everything they make is quality. So stay tuned for that next one. Until now, or until then, not until now. What? Let's see if I can do this. Oh, you see me. Yeah. Have a great day. Thank you for tuning in.